Well, good morning, everybody. I'm pleased to be here this morning to do what we do every day, which is to keep everybody safe. Everyone automatically thinks of PennDOT's responsibilities of keeping people safe on our roadways, but it's also our responsibility to keep people safe while they are traveling in any mode, and that includes while they're traveling on the water. So I'm pleased to join my colleagues at the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission and the Pennsylvania State Police to discuss this very important issue. We're here today to focus on safe boating and driving as we celebrate the Independence Day holiday. Safety is always PennDOT's most important priority. This holiday, we are working closely with our partners and law enforcement to reduce impaired driving. The 4th of July marks the birth of our great nation, a fun summer day to gather with friends and family and share good food, beautiful fireworks, and endless memories. Pennsylvanians may drive to see family and friends, go on vacation, or spend the day on a boat on many of our waterways. Before heading out to these celebrations, PennDOT and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, want to remind the public to focus on safety. National data shows that on average, one person was killed in a drunk driving crash every 48 minutes in 2018. Our data shows that there were 17 alcohol-related fatalities on Pennsylvania's roadways, and over the 10-day holiday period last year. There were also 8 drug-related fatalities during the same period. This was an increase from 10 alcohol-related fatalities and 5 drug-related fatalities in 2017. We also want to remind drivers that impaired driving enforcement goes beyond alcohol impairment. Law enforcement also work to identify motorists impaired by drugs and prescription medications, or some combination of these. Impairment is impairment. Crashes are not limited to roadways during summer holidays. The Independence Day weekend is among the busiest period of the boating season. Combined with the celebratory nature of the holiday, including night boating to enjoy fireworks and alcohol use, it is also potentially the most dangerous on our waterways. When operating a boat, the effects of alcohol are magnified. Combined with stresses from wind, motion, and heat, your ability to think and perform basic tasks become impaired. Remember, safety is everyone's responsibility. So as you, your friends, and your family head out to Independence Day festivities, keep safety at the forefront. One way to ensure you get home safely this holiday is by having a designated driver. Make plans with a friend or relative in advance or download NHTSA's Safer Ride mobile app. Safer Ride lets you designate a friend to call when you need a ride home or provides a local list of ride services. The cost of a taxi or other form of public transportation is going to be much cheaper than being charged with a DUI. Remember, a designated driver is a person who has had nothing to drink, not even the least amount to drink. If you are the designated driver, take that role seriously and do not consume alcohol, not even one drink. Even a small amount of alcohol or controlled substance can alter somebody's ability to safely drive. Remember, buzzed driving is drunk driving. Driving while intoxicated, even if you think you are just buzzed, is never the right decision, whether in a boat or in a car. You can be arrested for DUI or BUI. And we don't want that to take away your independence. I am now happy to turn the microphone over to my colleagues to talk about this very important weekend coming up and to make sure that we keep everybody safe. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tim SCHAEFFER. I'm the Executive Director of the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission. I would really encourage you to take us up on the offer to join our officers on the water today. That's a great way for you to see the river and to get a really good sense of what they do. And just want to publicly thank the two officers we have here today for what they do to keep boaters safe over the 4th of July weekend and all year. So I want to thank you today for being here for what we think can be a real life-saving message. While the summer season is a great time to enjoy the water and make lifelong memories with families and friends, this busy season can also be our most dangerous. Think about it. Everyone is out on the water right now, from tournament bass anglers to first-time paddlers enjoying a scenic water trail to jet ski operators and water skiers. We are all sharing the water. The volume of boaters alone is enough to cause potential conflicts before we even think about introducing drugs or alcohol to the equation. For that reason, someone else, these guys, will be sharing the water with you during the upcoming July 4th holiday weekend. Our Waterways Conservation Officers, or WCOs. They'll be out looking for signs of boating under the influence, BUI. You heard Secretary Richards refer to DUI. BUI is boating under the influence. Fish and Boat Commission WCOs will join others across the country for what's been called Operation DRYWATER. Now in its 11th year, this effort aims to prevent impaired boating accidents and fatalities through announcements like this, as well as with increased BUI enforcement. Just like police officers who look for signs of impairment on the road, our officers are specially trained to recognize signs of impairment on the water. While the Fish and Boat Commission and other law enforcement agencies aren't out here to break up a good time, what Secretary Richards was talking about, the great time that family and friends will be having, it is our responsibility to make sure everyone remains safe and gets off the water safely. Again, alcohol and drug use increases the chance of having an accident by affecting balance, coordination, and judgment. It is illegal to operate a boat while under the influence of alcohol or a controlled substance. In Pennsylvania, a person operating a boat is over the legal limit if he or she has a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08 or higher. Same as if you're driving a car. BUI penalties include loss of boating privileges, significant fines, and could lead to imprisonment. I want to take this opportunity to thank State Representative Steve Menser from Lancaster County and Carrie Benninghoff from Center County for their leadership on House Bill 1185. That bill unanimously passed the House last week and will protect public safety by further aligning the penalties for BUI with the penalties for DUI. Over the past 5 years, 346 individuals have been arrested for BUI in Pennsylvania. Last year, of the 14 people who died in boating accidents, 3 can be attributed to the operator using alcohol or drugs. Our advice is simple. Whether you plan to enjoy a leisurely ride on a pontoon boat, tie up to the docks and walk to your favorite restaurant, or drop anchor to view the fireworks at night, all of which you could be doing right here on the Susquehanna in Harrisburg. If you choose to drink, choose a designated boater. We talked about designated drivers. Please have a designated boater. Better yet, just don't even drink and boat. Finally, we'd like to take this time to also remind you of one of the most important safety things you can be doing every day of the year: wear your life jacket. Statistics nationally and here in Pennsylvania show that more than 80% of the boating fatalities could have been prevented if someone was simply wearing a life jacket. They're more comfortable than they've ever been. They're easy to get. Please, when you're out on the water this weekend and throughout the summer, wear your life jacket. Bottom line, when you wear your life jacket and you don't drink, the chances of having a boating accident go down dramatically. We invite everyone to get outside to fish and boat all of the beautiful waters Pennsylvania has to offer this holiday weekend and all summer long. Just please do it responsibly. Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you for attending. My name is Trooper Brent Miller, and I'm the Director of the Communications Office for the Pennsylvania State Police. The 4th of July holiday is upon us, and the Pennsylvania State Police will be out enforcing laws of the Commonwealth while residents celebrate the holiday with family and friends. Troopers will once again target people who are driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. If a driver is suspected of being under the influence of legal or illegal drugs, a trooper will conduct a field sobriety test and, if necessary, will summon a certified drug recognition expert to conduct an assessment of the driver. DREs receive specialized training to distinguish the physiological signs of impairment caused by a wide range of controlled substances. Troopers will also be looking for drivers who tailgate and operate a vehicle in a careless and distracted manner. In addition to these violations, troopers will use radar for speed enforcement and also focus on the Commonwealth seatbelt law. The primary seatbelt law requires drivers or passengers under 18 years of age to wear a seatbelt. The Commonwealth secondary seatbelt law requires drivers and front seat passengers 18 years of age or older to wear their seatbelt. Furthermore, troopers will also be on the lookout for move-over violators this holiday period. The state police want to remind drivers to move over when approaching and passing emergency vehicles, construction vehicles, and tow trucks that utilize the side of the road. Failure to do so will result in fines ranging from $250 to $1,000. Troopers also want to emphasize all-terrain vehicle safety during the holiday. So far this year, there have been 73 crashes that involved ATVs with 5 fatalities. 20 of these crashes were DUI related. The state police want to remind ATV drivers to not drive under the influence and don't drive careless. It could cost you your life. Finally, the state police wants to emphasize that impaired, distracted, and aggressive driving will not be tolerated this holiday. The state police wants to ensure the safety to all of the Commonwealth's drivers and passengers as they celebrate the holiday in a responsible manner. I'd like to turn it over to Waterways Conservation Officer Mark SWEPPENHISER.
Good morning. Waterways Conservation Officer Mark SWEPPENHISER. On a regular basis, we're out there. We want the good people to have a great time and have a success story on the water. And when we're out there, we're looking for signs of impaired judgment, lax actions, and just under disrespect of other boaters. So when we come up, we're looking for those type of impairments. We're going to talk. We're going to work with the Pennsylvania State Police with their drug recognition experts. And we're going to get the people who are using excessive prescription drugs. We're going to get the people off the water who are using illegal drugs. And we're going to get the people off the water who are using too much alcohol. Know when to say when, and that's before you have your first drink if you're driving that boat. Go out there, have a success story, have a big fish story to tell, come home at the end of this recreational holiday weekend and have a story to tell your family. Thank you.